All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to KnucklesF&F podcast on this lovely Saturday night. Here at Knuckles Podcast, we discuss all things gaming, comics, anime, pop culture, all that good stuff. And we really never do the podcast on a Saturday night. Normally, you don't see us do Saturday nights quite often because Friday I had to help out with my mom with at a comedy show, so we had to postpone it to Saturday. And actually, I just about like an hour ago, I was actually streaming, so on Twitch. That was pretty fun. But I'm actually, I still mentioned extreme games and then streaming my podcast at the same time. So I think that's a mission accomplished, multitasking right there. So I'm pretty proud of myself right there. But tonight we're going to be talking about episode 5 of She-Hulk, and as the past episodes you see, it hasn't been a full room. But at least we got some people here. But I'm here with the I would say part of my original crew right here. We have the lovely Miss Rachel, which she's back from D23, and she's going to tell us her amazing adventure in a couple of minutes. And I got my guy, the artist Anthony. So unfortunately, everybody else couldn't make it tonight, but so as long as we get at least two people here, we're at least going to keep the show going. So hopefully we'll see them again, next week. So like I said, they're doing okay. Nothing bad's going on, which is more than I can ask for. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it. But like I said, before we talk about She-Hulk, I just want to hear about Rachel's adventure at D23. This was your second one, correct?
Yeah. First I went to was 2019.
Before the world came to an end.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. I think the event itself is really fun, and the vibe is different because everyone's like just giant Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, dorks. So we're all on the same level, and everyone just appreciates and loves everyone's cosplays, no matter how obscure of a character or mashup it is. Um, like some of the cosplays people would wear at D23 that everyone would love and like instantly get. If you wore that somewhere by like New York Comic Con or something, people would be like, "What the hell is that?" um,
Mm.
so I don't know. It's just like a different vibe. Everyone seems a lot more friendlier. Met a lot of people. A lot of cool stuff on the show floor. Not gonna go over everything. I mean, if you want to see it, go look it up. Um, but it was cool walking around. But I mainly go just because I love meeting the people and just interacting with different cosplayers and um, hanging out with friends again. Um, but my Wanda was a lot of fun. Everyone, like, not to brag, but
No,
everyone,
talk your shit. Talk your shit. No, damn well that Wanda cosplay looks great. I think it looks amazing. I was very, very excited to see, which I can't wait to see it at New York Comic Con in person. But like, just to see the Mike, I'm still in your shot. Go ahead and talk your shit right there. I'm
no,
sorry. I'm
but everyone
speaking
was,
out right now.
people were
Speaking out.
saying that I was like one of the best Wandas that they've seen all weekend. Um,
Damn right.
because I gotta say, there's not everyone who cosplays, is a crafty, artistic person. So they just buy costumes and they go because they love the character. That's totally fine. But I'm the person that takes shit apart and rebuilds it and remake stuff myself. So everyone loved like the chest piece that I remade on the suit and made my own crown with all the details and the bird gouged in lines and everything. Um, like people kept asking me like what it was made out of. It was 3D printed. I'm like, no, it's made by hand, and they were like, what? um, so
Rachel
that
is
was
an
fun.
artist, folks. She's an artist.
And then fun story about Wanda though. So on the show floor, there was like the big Marvel booth with a little stage where they had like little mini panels throughout the day on the floor, and I went over there just to go take a picture in front of like the one section of like the designed wall with all the heroes on it because Wanda was on one of them. So I was taking a picture, and of course, other people are taking pictures of me and stuff. And then this one dude comes up, is like complimenting and like taking a picture. He's like, "Are you here for like the one panel?" And I was like, "Well, which one's coming up?" Because like, of course, nothing's posted anywhere. It's like, how are you supposed to know? Um, and it was the WandaVision visual effects people coming up to like talk about how they did some of the things on the show. So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll stay because it's only another 10 minutes, whatever." So we hung around. He's like, "Oh, I'm the host, by the way. So like, I'm gonna call you out if you stick around." So I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." So there was like a good amount of crowd of people around watching when they finally came on, and then he called me
Hey.
out, and I was like, "Hello." um,
Hey.
and then the visual effects people even were like, "Oh my god, you even have like the fingers," because I did the black
Oh,
fingers and everything.
oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
So at the end, I was like starting to walk away because I was like, "Oh, that's cool, whatever." But then I was like, "Wait, let me see if I could get a picture with them or talk to them at least." And I turn around, and I see this other little girl like taking a selfie with them. So I like shuffled back over, and I was like, "Hi, is it possible to get a picture with you guys?" And they're like, "Of course! Like we love your outfit, blah blah blah." The one, what's her name? The one visual effects artist, Tara DeMarco. Um, she was like, "Oh, you got, like, her hair good, and you got the fingers. Oh, you're even wearing contacts? Like, that's the next level." I was like, "Yeah, thanks." So, I took a picture with them. I have to still post it. I haven't posted it yet. Um, and then the one guy, G James Alexander, I think his name is, the other visual effects artist on the panel, he even wanted a picture on his phone, so he asked someone to take a picture of us on his phone. I was like, "Yay!"
Mission accomplished.
I'm happy for you, Rachel. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
fun time. It was a fun time.
And
yeah, I
how much you
definitely
think?
had to give her the shout out on her IG post because I
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
like, man,
Quinzel cosplay Instagram.
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna share it. Well, I'm definitely gonna post this clip of her adventure just now onto my Instagram once this video is uploaded. I'm definitely adding this clip right there. No, I'm really am happy for you. No, no, fuck that. I'm jealous of you. Completely jealous of you. Wish that was me. Because you know that's I'm Instagram hater because that's what people are doing nowadays. Like, yo, you see your friends driving on shit like that. Don't be hating on that shit. That shit fucking bothers me.
Oh, and then I also got my camera probably won't pick it up because it's dark in here and it's crap. But they gave me a not recycled, but they had left these left over, but they had like end game coins, like these little
Ooh,
metal coins that had like stuff on it. So I got one of those.
oh, shit.
hey. So you could definitely say it was a lot. It was better the second time than it was the first time.
Uh, it's hard to say because like they were both different. Like the first time I went, I was in the masquerade, so like that was an experience in itself. That was different, and then like because it was the anniversary of the haunted mansion, like me being attic bride for that first year, like got way more attention than it did this year. This year, my Wanda was like the one that got like the most attention and like love from people. Attic bride was like a shitty day because I had like a huge migraine. It was just my airbrush broke and it was
Oh,
not
you
a
had a
fun day. It
migraine
was
that day?
not a fun day, but it was all
You
right.
had a, you had a migraine that day?
Oh yeah, I thought it was the tightness of the wig that was giving it, but I just woke
Yeah.
up with it and it was so bad. I forgot to buy um like headache like
Tylenol?
whatever. So I had to wait till after the con to get out of everything to then go to like a local CVS to get like stuff because I was like,
Oh.
it was one of those migraines where it made you nauseous and you were just like close to tears. You're like, ugh. Like, at
Yo,
one point like a creeper. So dead attic bride. I went to the like dark section of the con and I just sat on the floor to get away from the bright like overhead lights. And I'm just like, and some people were looking at me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like,
um,
I'm just resting." Like,
that's crazy because that's all I get is migraines if I get a headache.
yeah.
So, that's like unbearable. Like, because, yeah, like you said, like the lights affect you, like you get nauseous. And then the fact that you were able to like sit there, take those pictures and all that, like, man,
I
that's so,
powered through, man. Cosplay, they say beauty is pain, cosplay is pain. You push through it.
Oh, it is pain, especially for the women. So it's more pressure on the women right there, man. That shit ain't easy. Shit ain't easy. But
well,
I'm really
it's kind of dope too because like we kind of like during our podcast, like you showed us like what you were working on from the start. So to kind of see it come to fruition, like is
yeah.
pretty dope. I think
It's
like
it's been a minute.
definitely for us, like it's definitely dope to have seen you like actually out there with the full get up, like and then with the fingers, because I saw that in the pictures and I was like, yo, she got the dark fingers and everything. Like I was like, yo, she killed it.
It's funny though, because thank you, but it was funny because I tried like when I was drinking bottles, I was doing like the little kid thing where you just like cup it with your hands on both sides and like because they
Struggle.
weren't wet, so I could touch stuff, but like the more, of course, the more with your oils of your fingers, the more you touch things, the more it wears off. So I was like trying not to
Yeah.
touch things, so I'm just like awkwardly grabbing objects as I'm like
Ugh.
going through. But
Yeah. Ugh. No, but no, honestly, it just sounds like a great time, and the reaction that you cosplay has been great. You've been around for a while, at least
Yeah.
over a year.
Well, I first was working on the WandaVision Wanda, and I finally finished it, but it didn't come out that great, so I'm not a fan of it. And it's
Mm.
uncomfortable as hell. I learned a lot of what not to do. Um, so I might take some like good pictures of it before I like stow it away and never see it again. But this Multiverse of Madness Wanda Scarlet Witch is a lot comfier and looks a lot nicer. So that one I'm gonna keep wearing. So
Yeah, but no,
You have
so
to.
that's the man. I mean, well, I didn't have the con experience like you did at Dragon Con, but it's not a great experience. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, here you are
I'll be
back
seeing
to
you in New York, right?
oh yeah, what? Of
Yeah.
course, like no, like I said, New
Anthony, you
York.
coming to New York?
When is it?
No, you have a
October.
you have a wedding to go to, right? Don't you? Or
Yeah, I think so. If it's
yeah,
around, yeah, that wedding, then probably not. But I
yeah. It's
definitely would have been there.
unfortunately. You should go to Dragon Con. Just saying. Dragon Con is something else, bro. It is something else. But like, just the that's it, just the vibe. You just like it's not as important. You just be outside, hanging out with people as well. Like, it's a lot of walking. Though. It's definitely is a lot of walking at Dragon Con. A lot of walking. And if you're
Mm.
not much of a walker, it might not be for you, but it might be worth it though. Like I said, you just see a bunch of amazing things there.
Yeah, we're walkers, so that don't bother me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
prefer to walk.
There
But
you
no,
go.
but honestly, like from D23, like since you had like that amazing experience, what was one of the things that kind of stood out to you that you were like excited about that they announced? Are you allowed to say? Did they?
Yeah, I didn't go to any of the panels. Usually conventions, I never bother with panels because it's
You
always
got
stuff that's either going to get leaked, is put online the next day, or give it a couple weeks and they're going to release it regardless. So it's like I'm
and
not,
the
I'm not.
lines you be waiting for a long time too for
Yeah,
some
I don't want
reason.
to pay money to go and then waste half my day standing in line for a panel. Like I'd rather experience the convention and talk to people and stuff.
Hmm.
Mm.
But the one really cool thing was they had a whole setup of like things about the parks and what they plan on doing, like renovations to the parks they have planned. So they
Oh,
had like they showed like how they did like the Spider-Man animatronic that does like the aerial flips in Avengers Campus, like how they made
Mm.
it. They just and then I don't know if you saw they announced that like Hulk now is coming into Avengers Campus because they made like a 3D printed lightweight, like fully like movable like suit for people to wear to be like a giant Hulk in the park.
oh,
So like in that on the show floor, like in the one thing they had like they showed the under the skin of the 3D printed suit of the Hulk to like how they built it and stuff everything. Um they had the new Walt statue that's going to be put in Walt Disney World and Epcot, I think,
oh,
which is cool to see in person. People were taking pictures with it, and then
that's crazy.
they had like diorama like models of how they're going to transform Splash Mountain into um,
Princess and the
Princess
Frog.
and the Frog, Tiana's
Ooh.
like thing, the bayou. So that was cool to see. It's just like a bunch of different things, like the next cruise line they're doing. So it was cool to see what like all the models and all the things that they're going to do in upcoming parks and stuff
That's
like that.
cute. See, that's
And
working for me because I'm a Disney fan, so I would have been all about that.
so do you turn things like every 3 years? Or-
Every 2 years, it only got messed up because of COVID. So it was supposed to be last year because it's every other odd year.
Yeah, I have an odd
So
number.
so that's why it was 19. Then it was going to be 21, but they skipped it. So that's why it was 22. They haven't announced if they're going to like try and restart the like every other odd years by doing again next year for 23. I don't think they're going to because like 2023 would be like the perfect like 100-year anniversary, but they celebrated
Oh,
it this year like early. So I don't think they're doing it again next year. I think it's going to start every other year now, but now on even numbers years.
okay.
Um, but yeah,
And it's always in September, right?
it's usually like end of August or early. Oh no, last time is like end of August, but
I'm
now
about to say,
it
yeah, this was
yeah,
kind of early. It was later this time. I feel as though.
yeah this was like the first week of September, second week of September. So
Yeah. And you've been there before, so you get like a bit of an early access to the tickets.
no, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, no,
It's
dude.
just still first come, first serve on sale. So
Mm. Like New York Comic Con.
New
Yeah,
York
but
Comic Con tickets didn't sell out yet, and I'm really surprised.
I think some of them did sell out just recently.
Only Saturday and only Kids
Oh,
Sunday, I
yeah,
think.
kids Sundays, yeah, yeah. I'm surprised by that too. Well, now the whole thing about the whole face cover now. I don't know if that.
Yeah, they're forcing it again.
Yeah, which I don't think that. Well, they just announced it now, so like I don't think that was indication as to why the tickets haven't been sold out yet. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised as you are. But back in the day, they get sold out like psh, like that.
I think it's one, people just don't have the money this year with everything being shit, and then two, people are deterred by being forced to wear masks again, where even the state and the city like don't require masks indoors anymore. It's just the convention requiring it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
convenient. And I mean, I don't know this implies too, but like my hotel, I paid a lot more this year than I did last year due to the fact that COVID's kind of over. I paid like around $400 last year. This year for a hotel, grant my one friend's coming with me, so I had to get two beds. I paid like a grand.
yeah, that's like the Hilton in Anaheim, like right next to the convention center where D23 is. Um, I got it last time and it was like $1,300 for a week. And this time is like an extra $500 more, but for like the same room.
What hotel was this?
The Hilton in Anaheim, it's like literally right next to the convention center. So you just walk outside and then walk right into the entrance for the
Oh,
convention center.
oh my god, that's crazy.
Like to
Like
me,
you're
like
paying the price to stay at like the Dominic or like
but
like a
like in that
five
terms
star.
of though, it's worth it because
Yeah,
otherwise like once D23 is announced like a year in advance, hotels are like gone. So like you need to
yeah,
jump on it. And two, like it being literally right next to the convention center as a cosplayer, that's like amazing because you don't have to walk
yeah,
far afterwards. You don't like
yeah.
if you need to run back to the room because you need to like adjust something or like take something off and
Exactly.
then come back, like you're right there. Like you don't need to be
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
spending
I mean,
money on
no,
price.
not
Ubers and
no.
stuff.
And it's not to cut you off. Like that's the reason why when I want to go back to Dragon Con, I'm saying one of the hotels because what I did was I stayed at a hotel that was outside. It was like 13 minutes away. But now at first I had to get my badge. I had to take I took a lift to pick up my badge. I took a lift there and back. I'm like, wait, I just paid $20 going there and back. There's gotta be a cheaper way. So they told me take the shuttle and then take the train, which wasn't all that much money. But the fact I had to leave shuttle comes at a certain time, train comes. It's annoying going there back. Whereas I stay at a hotel at the convention. Hey, I'll be right back. Let me go upstairs get my stuff and change right there. So it's honestly, money wise, yes, but you're right there. You don't have to do
And
much
also
traveling.
exactly. Then also too with that Hilton, it's like only maybe like a 10-minute walk to the Disneyland park. So like we don't have to get a rental car. So we could just take an Uber from the airport straight to the hotel and then we just walk back and forth between the convention and then the parks. So it's like
Yeah,
Yeah, I learned my lesson right there. Learn that's
yeah. I
big.
mean,
Learn my lesson.
you get what you pay for. I mean, it's like one of those things where the convenience of it, of course, they're gonna raise the prices.
but I just
Obviously,
think it's also BS that to blame COVID for everything of like, oh, we need to raise even though it's the same exact type of hotel room that you stayed in last time, nothing not fancier, nothing changed. Quality hasn't improved, it's just the same room, but yet we're charging extra $500 more just because. Like,
Weak, weak.
it's stupid. Like,
It's weak.
yeah. Well, when you guys, I mean, I don't want to get into all of that, but like, if you have workers that don't want to work and they're like, you need to pay me more if I'm going to be working here, if you're going to start paying people more, obviously, like they start to raise the
well, I
price.
mean, people deserve to be paid more, especially with inflation going up, but
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
but
nobody.
then
more
but
so
then
now.
but then CEOs shouldn't be getting, $2 billion raises every year. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
we're 20 minutes in, you should probably put
I'm,
a
I'm,
time.
I'm,
You should probably put it like
I'm
a
gonna put a timestamp right
yeah, put
there.
a timestamp for people to be
I,
like, okay, if you want to skip the bullshit and get to the
just get the
show,
bullshit.
like
If you want to ignore all of our board has lines right there, skip to the 20-minute mark. We're gonna talk about She-Hulk right now, but yes, we talk about yeah. Forget all what we just have right there. So we're gonna be discussing episode 5 of She-Hulk. Once again, another short episode. This episode, Titania makes her return, and because she was suing She-Hulk for using her name, that which shout out to oh man, I got his name. Shout out to the back channel on his Instagram. He said this episode reminded me of Kylie Jenner using her product, which she probably has no background, no knowledge on makeup. Probably just says, "Let me put my name on here. Here's my makeup line." Like with Titania, it's like, "Here, I don't know shit about makeup, but here's my makeup line. Here you go. You don't know where it's made from. Just know that it's my product, and you'll buy it. She-Hulk by Titania." Which, by the way, was a funny thing how they did the logo of She-Hulk by Titania right there. So I like that. But no, it just reminded me of the whole Kylie Jenner thing, honestly. But yeah. So who wants to take dabs this episode first? Like I said, y'all are my guests right now, so y'all feel free. I mean, unless you want me to go first.
I mean, Rachel hasn't been for a couple weeks, so she should go at it.
I was thinking the same thing.
all right.
Ladies first.
I guess my main thing about the show, this past 2 episodes, because I kind of watch them back to back, because they just bleed in together. I don't expect this show to be on like Suits level of like legal like detail.
That's pretty
But
high
like,
up there.
but like,
You heard that from the last podcast?
no. Okay, but I will say, watching it, I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, even someone who just knows basic law, I'm like, this wouldn't even fly. Like, story-wise, though, I think it was kind of dumb. I know they needed to bring Wong in because they wanted him to be a part of it, and then they needed her to do something. Like, he couldn't just appear for no reason. So that's why they were like, oh, he's coming to her for like a lawyer because of that Johnny Blaze guy. But it just made it.
Madison was the MVP.
But I think they could have rewritten it to have the same things happen, but then not make Wong look stupid and like nerfed, because it's like, dude, you work with the mystic arts, you're sorcerer supreme, and you're going to a basic legal place to be like, this guy's using magic wrong. It's like, you're the sorcerer supreme. You go there, you take his ring thing, and you go put him somewhere and no one has to know about it. Like,
I think she watched our episode last week.
I didn't watch it, but I'm just saying.
I think she peeked at our episode last.
No, I didn't. I don't have time to watch that after with my trip. Like, what do you think? Whatever.
I mean, but you're saying a lot of the stuff that we pointed
okay.
out.
All right. Yeah. But I think they could have fixed it then, so they both don't look stupid. I think it should have been to show the problem of why superheroes need a lawyer like Jen, the superhero division, because stupid people are going to, being the world that it is, are going to start suing superheroes for dumb shit. I think the way the plot should have went was Johnny Blaze, like, Wong didn't like how he was doing his magic, right? Being a danger to whatever. He goes and takes his ring thing away so he can't do magic anymore or do the portals anymore. But then Johnny Blaze tries to sue Wong because he's taking away his ability to like make a living, you're affecting how he makes money, and that's his livelihood. And so he's suing on that bullshit excuse. So then Wong's like, I don't know what to do because like I don't deal with like American laws, like we're the whatever, like what is this? So then he goes to Jen and be like, can you just help me get rid of this, because I don't know what to do. Like, I thought magic agreements and whatever. So like that's why he goes to Jen, so it doesn't make him really look stupid, because he's getting sued by this dude who's being annoying. Then she gets involved, and then with the whole portal thing, it's like, dude, you can't handle one portal of these bats by yourself. You need her to come in to like smash them around. Why couldn't you make it where the dude screws up and there's like multiple portals opened with multiple things coming out, and you just need her there to basically be like, your tank buffer so you could like close all the portals. Like it made him look nerfed that like, oh, he can't control one portal of bats by himself. Like I don't
Or
know.
it would have been like one supersized like villain came out and she had to come and help.
Yeah, something that would make more sense and not just like make Wong look nerfed and look stupid by like coming to her for a dumb reason for suing him or something. Like I think it should have been the other way around. Like I said, I feel like that would have made more sense. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you pretty much explained the last episode. We didn't talk about this much episode.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that she really wanted to pinpoint like the things that they didn't do right as far as last episode. And I think that I think we spent the entire podcast last time like talking about how bad and the execution isn't really that great. With
Yeah,
this
sorry.
no,
Uh,
you go.
but to speak about like how bad like their lawyering writing is for this, like it's bad when was it the other lawyer that she held Mallory?
Miss Book.
Yeah. Um,
I thought she was cool actually.
no, she is good, but I think it's bad that like she looks like and sounds like a better lawyer than
Lawyer than
Jet.
Jen, yes, yes. Like
Like
she knew what she was doing, and looked like Jen was like still figuring shit out. Like she was all about business, all serious. Like you just
she
get a vibe that don't fuck with this girl. Like you know you're gonna lose when you're in court with her.
she's the Harvey Specter of Marvel. like like
I like that. I
yeah,
like that. I
like she was
like
going at like bang bang. I'm like, there we go. Like, why does she look more badass than Jen as a lawyer? Like Jen looks like now look like a shit lawyer. Like,
that.
um,
Honestly,
That,
but like she hasn't been looking that great as a lawyer in these episodes. I'm quite honest with you. Like she always,
yeah,
there's always like a quite of a mess up, and anytime she'll get lucky when some somebody says something miraculous. I don't know, but she hasn't shown you how strong of a lawyer she is. Am I the only one that's noticing that? Like I'm sure everyone else knows that too, right? Like
no.
is she just getting is she just practicing a lawyer? Like you would think she would like know shit by now, but it's like
They're making it seem like she's on like an amateur level of being a
yeah,
lawyer. And
did she just
even though
graduate?
she's not supposed to be though, which is
no,
like the weird thing.
exactly. And I think that like that's why I'm having a hard time with the show because if you're gonna call She-Hulk attorney at law, like she needs to be a little bit more in the strong in her spot as far as being a lawyer. And like the outfits and things of that nature, I loved how the lawyer in this episode like pinpointed that she looked like a football player like on a trial for like a DUI or something like that. Like she has like the open collar like with the vest, and I'm like, yeah, like she does not look like she's tailor fit. Now I understand too, like that's why I think this episode is probably my favorite out of the entire show right now. Even with the first episode, because now it's getting into more of the law aspect. And I liked how at the beginning they're going with Titania, like trying to use her name to sell this product. Now I also thought it was weird that like how fast like Titania got out of jail and like got cleared of everything.
Exactly.
Did this line and it was like booming in like the matter of like
It
a
was
day.
basically calling out the fact that like if a bunch of fans like do start a tweet of like free whatever or like do
Yeah.
a protest on the internet that basically like celebrities could get away with shit or like people could get away with shit.
Yeah,
So I think that was kind of like a funny like aha.
yeah. And it was like they didn't have to use like the fighting aspect in this episode for me to be like interested, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
they threw in a lot of different things like of like that LA culture, like not only for like Titania like was selling like a
Influencers.
product, yeah, and like the followers and people coming to, but like even like her friend at the office. I thought that dude was so cool, the one that had like the drip broker.
Yeah.
Yo, he was like the definition of that guy in the business office that just had the plug. That's like, yo, I got the
Are you talking
sneaker,
about Pug?
huh?
Isn't his name Pug, like the dorky office guy that they work with?
One
That
Yeah,
the
guy?
and I didn't get my Iron Man shoes. One the stock. One the.
Yeah.
yo, he was, but his coolness was on like that level of like, hey, and then like the high five of like, hey, I got you later on. Like I loved that interaction between those two, and then like when they go there, and then like they threw in a little bit of like this like racial tension where she's like trying to speak Chinese, and he's like, "Yo, I'm not Chinese though." Like, you know,
Yeah.
like don't try to come at me like you know who I am. But no, but like I thought like those were like, to me that's like good humor. To me, that's like you're
Yeah,
throwing in a
What's the
couple
name of the
things that
tailor?
like people can
What's his
relate
name
to.
the fashion dude.
again? Yeah.
Oh, he was funny.
He was my favorite.
He was
What
See,
is
I
his name? That's gonna bother me.
yeah,
I
yeah,
literally
yeah,
trying to look it up on my phone
yeah.
and like I couldn't find it.
He was funny. No, he was
Oh,
funny, and then like, and see when you see these fashion icon people in shows like this, they steal the show out. Quite honestly, they're always funny. They disrespectful too, but that's how it is in the fashion industry, right there. They're gonna you better take what they give you, man. Like they ain't nice, but it fits them though.
But he's doing it right. Like it's one thing to have like that person there trying to be like a fashion designer, but he like nails it. Like as far as I'm a genius.
I
Like when
made the
clothes are
joke
blind.
that he's the Edna mode of the
He
MCU.
is in the mode of this show.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I feel still like side characters have been stealing the show more than Jen's been stealing the show. Like, quite honestly, I thought like last week's episode, I know people don't like it, but I really like Madison. I thought Madison was the star of last episode. I thought she was funny as hell.
Wongers.
No longer. It's not what you think. And then we have the fashion icon dude right here, like still in the show. Like, I don't understand why. Like, and no question. I thought Miss Book stole the show, in my opinion. Like, just showing how strong she is. Like, I like that shit. Like, she was very strong, confident woman. You know, she was the best lawyer out of the whole entire team right now.
Yeah,
So,
but that's what I said. Like this was the actual like this episode was like the best example of what this show should have been about, right?
well, I
Because then you have like the whole trial, and she's actually defending her in like the right ways, and like she's using people that like she went on a date with to like fight. Like they're like, oh, this is kind of embarrassing, like to show you like your, you know, relationship or your dating life, like as a lawyer. But it's kind of like one of those things like it finally like when we talk about like character development, when they interview the last guy, and then he's like, yeah, like I'm in the She-Hulk but not in the Jennifer Walters, like that she's not his type, but She-Hulk is. And like that like moment of like kind of like that, oh, like you like me for this person but you don't like who I really am.
that's what I've been saying the past couple weeks. I feel as though that's the relatable aspect of her. I feel as though because they're gonna like her for something who she's not. I mean, great, she is She-Hulk, but it's like I'm not gonna be She-Hulk all the time now. Which, by the way, I didn't like how when you notice when she turned to She-Hulk and turned back into regular Jen, we didn't see her transform. It was off camera. Then bang, here she is right there. I don't know if you guys noticed that because I
Visual
didn't like
effects cuts.
original
Hmm.
cameras. Yeah,
Tight budget.
yeah,
Yeah, that
true.
budget got cut.
That whole dating thing was also just like an annoying scene to me. Um like sequence, especially when she like meets the dude that comes over at the end, because it's like, again, you're making this character look dumb. Like, you're telling me that she has no experience dating, that she can't tell when a dude is basically reading one of those like bro YouTube video scripts of like how to get a girl, what to say, like, oh, make her talk about herself and make her feel listened to and make her like, that's such like a bro like notebook like thing. Like, I'm like, how does she not catch on to this? Like, is she that like easily like swooned by a dude that she can't see through the dude's bullshit?
Yeah, she's
And that's like,
desperate.
yeah. But like I think it would have been funnier if like when she's going through the phone, she's like, I'm not happy about this. And she's like, she knows what she's doing when she does like the Hulk picture on the dating profile. Like she doesn't like doing it, but like she's doing it because she knows it's gonna actually get more attention. Like when she's talking to that dude and whatever and like she could tell, it would have been cool if she like could tell that he was being a total bullshitter, and she does like the fourth brawl break and is like, all right, I know this guy's talking shit and just trying to get some, but like, you know what, it's been a while, so, and then like she takes him home because it's like, you know what, like make her smart, like at least make her aware of like he's being an asshole, like being like playbook, trying to be a cool guy, like she knows, but like, like whatever. Because
Yeah.
like to make her then feel like easily tricked, and then be like, and then have her be like, oh no, I'm sad because he just likes me for She-Hulk. It's like, well, yeah, you're the one who put the She-Hulk on the dating profile. Like you knew this. Like,
Yeah.
like it just made me be like, really, girl, really, like.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
why, yeah, I'm glad that, like, we can finally get Rachel's like point of view on this, because I remember that one episode we kind of went back and forth.
first
We were,
episode.
yeah, first episode, but it was good conversation as far as like the direction that they're going and Marvel's going as far as like the She-Hulk's character. And I just thought that like it was, to me, I want to see her in the light of that she's a little bit more stronger as an individual as far as like her confidence level when she is a She-Hulk, because she's not like bad looking when she's Jennifer Walters. And
No,
that's why I'm like, I don't understand this narrative of like, the shallowness of like, it's showing like the shallowness of a man, right? Because then it's like the guy that's like, saying the right things, doing the right stuff on a date, and accepting like, her going off fighting and coming back. And then, to have this like moment of, that he's into this person, but that other person, like, I'm not into, she's not my type. Like, and I don't know. It was like it's a little bit of like a shallowness to me. Like obviously like people have like their type, but it's almost like he's fascinated with like the glamour, sexy, whatever, the B side of her.
It's
Like,
kind of like, not exactly, but it's kind of like when dudes get like are attracted to a chick because it's like not a fetish, but it's like a weird thing because it's like, ooh, like muscular, big, tall,
wonder
green
what
woman.
that's like.
Like, ooh, she's
something,
pretty.
something different.
Yeah, I only like you because like you're muscular and you're big, but like small Jen, like nah, like I just want the cool, kinky, like She-Hulk, like, like
I want
it's
the
just, yeah, and
experience.
like I feel like it was one of those things where it's just like, ew, like
I bang bang She-Hulk, cross it off the list.
that's
Yeah,
like that's
can't
like
wait to tell my
okay,
friends.
that's like I don't know, maybe it's similar to maybe seeing someone on a dating profile that has like cosplay pictures as like, I only like you though when you're cosplaying because I want you when you're dressed up and sexy, but like when you're normal though, nah, I don't want you when
Yeah, yeah,
you're normal. Like,
yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Where's that outfit at?
yeah,
What? It's like it's literally like being
I'm
somebody at a
dead.
convention. It's like, wait, where's that costume you're posting on your Instagram this whole entire time? Wait, what are you? Oh, can you be that guy
you
really
mean you
quick?
look different when you don't have makeup on? What?
Yeah, that's such a good. That's such a good point. Oh my god.
That's another clip right there. Another clip right there.
Like
Mm.
it's like, yeah, you kind of feel bad for her, but it's like at the same time, it's like, like, girl, you knew this was gonna be the
You knew
outcome.
what was
You knew what
happening.
you
You
were
know what was
doing when you
happening.
switched it. Like you knew. Come on.
I'm not proud of this. Yeah, you knew
Yeah.
what's happening.
But
That's what
like
happened.
I was saying, like last episode, I was saying I thought it was just hilarious when she picks him up like a baby.
Oh
She's
yeah.
just like,
Oh, that was
yo,
hilarious. That was great.
this big
I
muscular man. She's just like, all right.
Wait,
That's,
have you
I
seen
was,
the hilarious TikToks of when dudes, when this show first started coming out, guys are like, you see them like Googling like how heavy is She-Hulk in the comics, and they go to the gym and they start like trying to lift weights that she like how much she weighs.
oh my
And I'm just
god.
like, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my,
you would,
no.
but it's hilarious. It's
Mission
hilarious
accomplished.
though.
Mission accomplished right there. Oh my god.
Like, they're doing it as an obvious joke. They're not being weirdos, but like
Yeah.
it's just like
Oh,
it was like a good funny clip, and I was like, ha.
oh
Yeah.
my god.
But
That's
like I
funny.
said, the character development though, because it's
Yeah.
like you what you said, pinpointing those aspects of like the dating side. But now we're getting into the identity, right? Because she was like in denial of, I'm not She-Hulk, like that's not my name. Like she was throwing it to the side. And now it seemed like Titania has made her realize that she has embodied that name. Like that is her. Like she's accepting it now. So to me
Feels
now it's starting
jealous.
to like, yeah, it's starting to get into that area where now they're starting to get into like, okay, now we're gonna get into like who she is now.
And
Because
now that
now
she's getting her like super suit and like
like business attire, he's like, I'm gonna get you in a suit that you wear normally and when you get bigger. So now it's like I see her now probably gonna wear a lot more tailored kind of suits, looking more like an attorney. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hmm
and and now that's why I said like I like this episode because with this fashion guy, like I hope he's around for the rest of the this season, um, or the
um,
series.
and he's interesting because I had a feeling this is who they were referencing, and it ends up being right? There is a Luke Jacobson from the comics that is in New York that does all of like the local superheroes' outfits.
Mm.
So like I think that's cool that they actually brought that character like into the show. Granted,
Oh,
they changed him a bit, obviously, but I think that's cool that they actually made it like from a comic book character.
Yeah, not as dope. I mean, and I love the fact that like what I was laughing about the last episode where I was saying that she looks like Fiona. She looks like a Shrek movie. And then Titania, she was, she's just like, okay, Shrek's arrived. Like, and I was dying. I'm like, yes, she
Yes.
looks like Shrek. But no, I mean, but I thought it was cool at the end of the episode. You know, obviously, like you said, like why we got to leave like stuff out for our clients, and it had Daredevil's helmet in it. I thought that
Mhm.
was like a sneaky way, but cool way of being like, oh, like he's doing his outfit. You know, because we were all wondering, like, okay, how they're gonna introduce Daredevil at some point, like, or how they're
no,
gonna.
I
I
want to
think
know how they're going to first meet because if they meet in the courtroom, he's got to like drag her across the floor. like like with his lawyer skills, he's just going to drag her like
it'd be like, yo, you want to see a dead body? There you go. Get in the courtroom right there. No, that's a good question. Like I said, are they gonna work? Just one guy was like, are they gonna work together? Are they gonna fight together? Are they gonna sleep together? Who knows what's gonna happen with those two? Like, but yeah, I here's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and say we're gonna see him next episode. I think they're teasing him for right now. I'm not gonna jump and say we're gonna see him in the next episode. I just want to be like, wait and see because I feel that we shouldn't get our hopes up too high right now. He's coming, pause, but like I don't need to be in next episode.
I want to know his show reason, like in universe reason why he's going with the red and yellow cuz like I know it's referencing like one of his original costumes in the
Yeah, the
comics.
retro look.
Like
Yeah,
I want to know in story like why the yellow? like cuz it's just funky.
it is kind of funky. But I mean,
McDonald's promotion.
I was just going to say that. I was like anything that's red and yellow like that, I'm like McDonald's.
now there's some still questions left unanswered from the show, though. I'm sure we'll get into them soon, but it's like I still want to know what these guys were after when they were trying to go out there. But like, who are they? Who are they for? Who sent them? Like, that's the one thing that I have questions for. The other ones. Are we supposed to be looking? Are we supposed to be looking for a main antagonist in this comic show? I mean, it's a sitcom, so like, is Titania supposed to be that main antagonist?
I thought it would
I
have been
don't know. I'm
Titania.
wondering if there even is one.
That's
I
in this
think
type
it's
of
more
show.
of I think it's more of like just watching her like little like plot journey of becoming and like doing stuff as She-Hulk and like her day-to-day not struggles but like her day-to-day things that she goes through becoming and being She-Hulk. Um I don't think there's like a big main villain to for the season cuz I so far like we haven't
It's
really
not as
seen
it doesn't seem like that type of show they even have the main antagonist. Like I said, not to cut off you. The only like antagonists I've seen so far were those guys that try to take her blood. Like I said, somebody sent them. Obviously, those guys were not. Were, those guys aren't smart enough to like be or do it themselves. Like someone had to hire those guys to do it. So that's really the main antagonist that I've seen so far. And then Titania, even a car antagonist, she's just there. Like we're gonna see her again, obviously. Like we're not. It's not the last time we're gonna see her, but she'll be back. But yeah, like the only antagonists I know have been those guys that try to take her blood. Like who are they working for? Who sent them? I feel as though
I'm
they're
assuming
leaving
it's some government or Hydra or some shit who wants to use her blood to make more serum stuff like they did the abomination. Like they probably just wanted to try and recreate it. That's why like Bruce burned her blood after he was testing it because he's like, if it gets into the wrong hands, blah 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 blah. So
that.
like it's probably just someone out whoever it is, but it's probably some government or some Hydra type similar thing that's like we just want our blood to make more stuff.
I think they should have more dialogue with her and Titania. As far as like having like some kind of like ill blood in there a little bit. Like even when like she was leaving the courtroom, she kind of like stormed out, and like I would expected like
Fine, you
something.
can buy me stuff. The other guy was like,
Yeah,
"Hey, Titania, fine, you can buy me stuff."
but is she supposed to be like one of her like main villains kind of thing?
She
Like,
is, and you haven't really seen that chemistry in a way. I don't know why I'm chemistry, but you haven't seen that like rivalry, blood boiling, animosity between each other. Just say you're there. Hey, hi, what's up? That's it. they haven't really like build them up at all yet.
Yeah.
Just a
And
punch and a court scene. That's about it.
Oh,
like her
wait.
boss. Yeah, go ahead.
Another thing with the legal stuff that doesn't make sense is dumb. So, okay, the whole uh, what's her name? Titania.
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 Titania. There you go. I keep forgetting like how the hell you say it. Titania. Um,
It's just Titania.
yeah. Like the whole fact that she like trademarked her name and then she's getting sued or whatever. Okay, one, you wouldn't get directly sued because Jenna Walters wasn't using it to sell anything and make money off of it. You just get a cease and desist letter. You wouldn't get directly sued. Two, she shouldn't have been able to trademark it in the first place because if the law firm that hired Jen Walters to specifically be a part of the face as She-Hulk of the superhero division, and they're promoting her as She-Hulk to promote the law firm, you would think as a smart law firm they would have jumped on trademarking her name so that couldn't happen because they're promoting her to make money for the freaking law firm. Like that shouldn't have happened. Like the dude being like, I don't want to hear it. How did you let this happen? It's like you're the dude who owns the law firm. You should have known to do this.
Rage came in
I
all
was
these
just about
dudes
to
right now.
talk. I was just about to talk about him. Like, what is his role? Like, he just seems like the asshole boss that hired her for this division, and it's like what is his purpose? Does he like hate her? Like, what is his want for her to be in that office?
I forget that he's
I
even
feel like the
there.
vibe is that he doesn't like her being there. He just hired her because he knew that she would look it as the face for the law firm, but he doesn't exactly care about her or like her. He's just like, you're good PR. Basically, we're hiring you.
Hmm.
But he did get misbooked though, so he did do one good thing for the show. He got a cool ass lawyer. That's about it. But yeah, like I said once again, like we pretty much touched base on everything. I said these episodes are really short. So it's like it's not like our typical hour show where it's like we have a lot to discuss here. It's like, a couple things and then that's it.
It's just a shame because like this show is like pretty fun and has funny bits in it, and like it's more lighthearted and more like whatever as a like sitcom-y, whatever. I just think it could be better by just little tweaks to like how they write it to make the characters look better and for the plot to make more sense and not look stupid. Like it's just little things, like not even rewriting the whole show. Just like I said with the guy suing and whatever. Like if they just swapped little things here and there and wrote it a little bit better, like I feel like the show would be a lot more enjoyable. Like
So
still,
what's really the plot in this whole entire show when you really think about just
Good.
defending supernatural people, superpower people, like in the like I guess for me, I just took this as a sitcom show. Like I didn't really take it all that seriously, but I mean, there should be some serious moments. So for me, it's like, oh, okay,
I mean, I don't know if did they like they didn't over like D23 weekend. I don't think like. Is there plans for like a season 2, or is this just like a fun little one-er show that's just like
Good question.
well, I got some
I
news
think
here.
it's.
Might not.
I
I will
think
have
they're
some.
probably. I think they're probably seeing like how well it does.
mm,
Probably.
I mean, not the same subject, but I just heard rumors of Miss Marvel season 2 being confirmed. So if that's being
oh, kind of
confirmed,
knew that.
I didn't know. I didn't think that would happen. To be honest with you, but like for She-Hulk, I
I
don't
don't
know.
see.
Like
I want to see more though.
I don't see a season 2. Like what would it like? We can
I
have like
think if they really got into it, like it could be a better sitcom lawyer show where like it is them making commentary on things in the MCU as like superhero-esque people with abilities, especially if they start bringing in mutants and things like that where like they're just they're just around, like they're not special superheroes, like they're just people around with abilities now, and like how that could reflect in the legal system. Like what do you do when like I don't know, someone with fire powers like burns your car like or like fucks up your shit. Like there's like weird little like every day-to-day things in the MCU of like the average everyday normal life of people who live in it that like you don't think about, like how in Spider-Man with Vulture, like you got to see like the real people, how they like there is a whole company that is just hired to clean up after the Avengers bullshit. Like to see like that side of it, like how the real world people are affected by these superhero people. Like I think they could take her show and really show that side of like, and of course in a funny sitcom way, but like still showing like how this is impacting the real world, and like make
I
little
think you
commentary.
nailed it. I think you nailed it. I think I've been trying to find out like what they could possibly do to make this show better. That's exactly where they should have went with the show. Because if you think about it, she was put in as a lawyer to defend the superhero division. Now, as a regular person, she had just turned into the She-Hulk. She has no idea how to defend superheroes. They should have had the approach of her figuring out legally how to win cases about superheroes. Like maybe a superhero comes in because they injure people because something happened, or accidentally burn something, and like she has to like navigate and find out like why this thing's happened and to get them not arrested or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I don't know. I think that to me would have been more compelling. I think that they don't have it in their budget to have too many like heroes, like you know what I'm saying? Like if they want to display
I mean,
like
they don't need to be like big name heroes, but they could be like Titania, where it's just like a person that has like whatever ability, like a mutant, like some
mm,
random power.
or like the chick from Asgard that was like shape shifting into
Yeah,
Megan the
yeah.
Stallion.
Like they could just
Ridiculous.
have
Yeah,
random people with random basic powers just come in and like
Now
whatever.
that would have been interesting. And Megan the Stallion was suing her for impersonating her.
Yeah.
That would have been good, you know? But then they put Megan Thee Stallion in the back of the courtroom at the end of the episode and go, eh. And I'm like,
yeah.
what?
Now we finally
Yeah.
see her.
Again, another little tweak that if they just swapped things or they like
Yeah.
zhuzhed it a little bit,
So you're saying like this show has potential, but they just keep making like these slight mistakes, these slight like easable fixes that they can do.
Yeah.
It's like rushed writing to me. Like it's
But
like
yeah, and like I said,
you
it's
need
nine episodes of 20 like
It
20
feels
minutes.
like an essay that like had the good points in there, but like only had maybe one look over, quick revision, and they kind of
There's no
fixed.
proofreading.
Yeah, there was not enough proofreading or like not enough like teacher helping you go over it. It's kind of just like I did this in like 12 hours before it's due,
Did
and
you read it out loud to yourself? And when you read it out loud, does it make sense to you? You're like, that there's a way. Especially when proofreading, when you read things out loud, you realize, oh wait, what? That
yeah,
doesn't
but
sound right at
you
all.
have all the good points in there. You could have all the good information, but like if you have too many run-on sentences, if you have sentences that are like flipped weird, like come on, like
I mean, I don't know. For me, I just if they would make it season two, I'll obviously watch it. But I just be like, why? I mean, because I
yeah.
mean, they already announced Phase 6, but granted, they don't have all the moves in Phase 6. If we return, it'll be back in Phase 6, but we didn't see that. I don't see season 2 happening. I don't. I still
I
watch it.
I want them to though. It's weird because even though like I bashed like the first couple episodes of the show, I think it's one of the shows that I think I do like appreciate. Like I like She-Hulk's like character. I just want to see more of her. I just want to see more of that character development. And
have
like
her have a chance to actually,
yeah, get
yeah.
into like because I think we were discussing last week. Everyone was like, "Oh, like how we fell in love with Iron Man and the character all the way until the end." I think that these characters, like, I want to see more. I want to be able to find out more about them. Like, we don't know anything about her or Jennifer Walters as far as before she was with her cousin and turned into She-Hulk. Like if she was like really awkward before that, you know what I'm saying? Like if she wasn't the type that knew how to date people, like they really didn't establish that. So these like awkward moments of her like trying to date it, It's 1,000% probably might be her, but they didn't introduce that though, you know. But I want to see that go to another level because I feel as though as she gets more and more into who she is, she's going to become more confident in
I'm
what
still here,
she,
just stressing out.
you know, I feel like she'd become more confident as far as like who she is and know what she's capable of and learn more about her profession as far as what her role is. I don't know. And when she gets her new suits, I don't know, it might switch up her whole swag. I think it's gonna switch up her whole.
I mean, we'll have to see. We got 4 episodes left. We're already past the halfway point right now, so
I feel like it's one of those shows too where it's like one of those older like rom-coms where it's like of course the nerdy, dorky awkward girl gets her glow up by the end of the movie and like starts feeling herself because she took off her glasses and styled her hair. Um I feel like it's like almost one of those things in a way where it's like, oh, let's take darky Jen Walters who wears these big oversized suits that make her look dumpy and like, oh, we're gonna put her in like these awesome snatched suits and now she's gonna be like super pretty. Like
And it's one of those things where they might just try to go into that direction just because right now she has the big flowy suit on. So I feel like that's where they're going because I'm curious as that one special outfit that he has. I'm like, what's you know
I think it's gonna be her gray and purple like superhero suit.
onesie?
the
You-
jumpsuit.
It's you saw it in one of the promos. It's like
Yeah,
almost like the bodysuit where it's like cut like shorts, but then it also like goes up as like a t-shirt.
I think she was wearing that. Was she wearing that outfit when she ran into Daredevil? The one in the trailers.
I think so. I remember seeing it though in one of the promos or like some of the pictures now
Yeah.
of her too. Like the posters. It's her gray, like athletic-y looking suit. Like
Yeah.
Okay. I just I even when the case like where she was like fighting for like her name,
Hmm.
I was like thinking like, why didn't she just say, "Yo, my cousin is the Hulk"? You like, like in a sense of like it brought me back to that when she was talking to the lawyer and she was
Hmm.
like, "Well, Doctor Strange has a name and nobody sued him, or Thor," and she was like, "You just you just use two people that's their actual name," and I was like, "Yo, that's funny." Those that I like that. I
yeah.
like those little throw-ins, like but it's like everyone else, do they legally have to, get trademarked to their names? And it's like her cousin is actually the Hulk. So it's like I don't know, it's like a win-win situation
Yeah.
before that.
I was like looking online and just thinking about when the Fantastic Four premiere is coming out. I'm thinking to myself, when I say they did some type of like tease with She-Hulk and the Fantastic Four because she is a part of Fantastic Four. So it was a random thought, completely random thought on that. By the way,
But her character has to develop into that though, because
yes, true.
she's still not a hero yet. She still hasn't
Yeah,
claimed that side of it.
she hasn't had that moment where it's like you're a hero, or like you're a Hulk right now. You're a hero slash Hulk. She hasn't had that
She,
moment yet.
she just accepted the fact that she's She-Hulk. So now it's like, where do we go from here? Like, are we going to continue, you know, attorney at law, which they probably should, since that's the name of the show?
I mean, at this
Or are
point
we
right
going
now, at this point right now, the guys that got her blood. At this point now, like, what else can we? Like I said, I think we talked about this show is like different thing each day. There's not really like a main storyline that they're really following.
Well, they kind of already said that when the show was going to be starting. They said it's more like it's literally just more like what's the word? Not it's episodic, but like where it's like
Episode.
each episode is its own little thing. Like it's not completely like it's not like one like how some of these other Marvel shows they're literally like just sectioned out like a long movie. Like if
Hmm.
you tried to put this together as one long movie, it wouldn't work because it's like it's
No.
more sectioned to be like little separate episodes that kind of connect.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, they're not, like, one long movie, like, maybe, like, Falcon and Winter Soldier or, like, WandaVision was more set up to be, like, TV shows.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, the other ones could be, like, one big long movie, whereas this one's
Mhm.
more just, like,
Yeah, it's
set.
like a what you say a sitcom kind of thing because
Yeah.
because she, and this is the first episode where she didn't. I don't think she did. Where she looks into the camera and she's like talking to us. I didn't. I don't like that.
You don't wait. You don't like her breaking the fourth wall?
I don't like when she like looks and she's just like and then she's like looking at like the camera and talking. I don't know. I get what they're doing with it, but I just
That's
don't.
She
She-Hulk
does it in the
though.
comics
She
Is
though.
does it
it?
in the comics. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
her thing. She breaks the fourth. That's her thing. That's not another injury. She's been doing that in the comics. Her and Deadpool break the fourth wall.
Mm.
Like
Dang.
there's like literally comics where she like breaks out of the panel and like says stuff or like
Yes.
does
Oh,
things.
see now,
If they
now y'all
didn't have
schooling me on
that,
that.
that would be a problem.
Oh, y'all schooling me on that then, because yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. She breaks
So
the
for
fourth
people
wall.
that didn't know that, that's why they're doing it.
No, that's why I said. That's why I said that I liked it at the first episode when she was talking. I said, "Oh, we're already breaking the fourth wall already. Great, perfect." Like I said, if she didn't break the fourth wall,
Oh,
that would have been a problem.
mm,
Then you really have had people would have been angry.
mm.
I like the one little line where it's like, uh, what was it? Where she's like, "Oh yes, Wong's back." Like it gives us like
Yeah,
another bit of Twitter armor for a week. Like I was like, you think so, but nah. Someone will always find something to complain about.
yeah, and it's like I said, we talked about this earlier before. People are hating more on this show because it's a woman lead because it's too woke. I like Grant. If you don't like the show, do the the story, the pacing, the kind of that's fine. But when you go here and hate saying that the show's too woke, it's baffling man, it's this that and the third. It's like no, you're just saying that because you don't like a woman lead. All right, you're not giving me like facts as to why
Or
you don't like
or
the
it's a
show.
show that makes a comment that, like, some dudes are douchebags and there's, like, idiots out there. It's like, if you're instantly triggered by, like, a show calling some dudes, like, dumb or assholes or whatever, making a commentary on that because, like, yes, there are like, most of these dudes commenting on about the show are those people. So
Yeah,
it's like, if you're getting that
everywhere I
upset,
go,
it's like
like
either I don't know, it's just dudes getting pissy about being called out, I feel like, on some of the
oh,
stuff.
and as soon as I saw it twerking, I'm like, oh, they're gonna have a field day with this. Oh my god! And I'm like, bro, it's a sitcom. She's been sexualizing. She-Hulk's been showing her sexual character in the comics too. Like she does twerking. Oh my god! May God help us. Like, bro, man, like it's
I
Wait,
also
she
think
did.
there's a lot of guys out there that aren't used to media in Marvel that's not tailored to them. Like, this isn't a show that's for the typical Marvel bros. Like, this isn't a Tony Stark movie. Like, this is written from a woman's perspective and
I mean,
has
have we?
little jokes in there that, like, are more geared toward, like, the women's side of things, where it's like, yeah, dudes could get it and laugh, but, like, there are certain things where it's like it's geared more to the female audience, and I feel like dudes are just mad that like there's another show now that's like not quote for you. And it's like
it's just a reason to be mad for no reason.
Let's open up the floodgates here. See, this is what I like to talk about, because we talked about this last episode. The fact that they gave us that stamp on the first episode when it first started, that this is what direction was going to go in, and I was like, oh, I'm all for it, because yeah, I think people are wildly insecure, and I think that like as far as like women leads and stuff like that, like people need to start accepting and understanding like the power of a woman, and like and at the end of the day, like what's the problem with having like a powerful woman lead, and the fact that like I wanted them to open that up more with this show, because I don't really think we've had another Marvel hero female that's done that yet, where she's had like a strong stance on what's going on today, and you know men thinking that they're superior to women,
and
that kind of thing.
She has every one of those qualities, but it just hasn't been used right.
I also have like a strong character female lead, but that could also just be like a goofy normal chick. Like she doesn't have to be like I'm a strong independent woman all the time. Like let her be goofy. Let her be like a person. Like you
I
have these
agree.
other male characters that are goofy and whatever. We're like, haha, we love them. But then when like a girl does it, it's like, man, bad writing. And it's like, okay.
It's
Like,
But I agree. I agree
yeah.
that she should be goofy, but I think that she should also be goofy in the sense that like when somebody's online, she puts them in their place.
Well, yeah, yeah.
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
That's
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I feel like her as a lawyer, like usually like people that are lawyers, they're really good at arguing, right?
Hmm.
Or they're good at like proving a point.
Debates.
Debate.
debates.
Yes. Where we have this debate with the dudes that she's sitting across from on these dates where she's just going in on them. Like she gets like the insecure side, but then that moment of like, listen, like where she gets him, makes them feel like shit about themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I would enjoy that, honestly, because and I think that would take this character to that level of she's bubbly and nice, but then she's also somebody that's very secure and knows like her role as far as like a an attorney. And obviously you have to be, not gonna say you have to be, but she's smart, she's intelligent, like she knows, she should know her shit.
But
Agreed.
yeah, what else can we do? I guess all we gotta do is just continue watching and see what they do from here. But
Yo, where'd you go?
what?
He went into the void. He went.
That's the way. Stretching. I'm stretching out, man. My
He's a talking
legs.
little circle now. He's just a talking little
I
blob.
was
You didn't see? Yeah, I'm just stretching out my legs right now.
bro, it's your show. Well, get in here.
I'm stretching out right
I don't
now.
think people care if you're stretching.
But I gotta move. I gotta move from here. I don't know.
I
Okay,
feel
fine.
like he's laying on the bed.
You like undressing or something, trying to stretch? Like, what are you doing?
Stretching, like moving my legs and everything. I gotta move around. Like I've been sitting for like a long time today, so I'm like moving around,
Oh my god.
moving around. My
You
my fa-
str-
Doing Pilates behind camera.
I'm too
Are you
ugly. I'm
struggling? I feel like you're struggling. I feel like you had a late night last night. I feel like you just wasn't with moms
It's
last
time for you
weekend.
to go to bed. It's 11 o'clock. We're done. It's been an hour. Let's go.
It's his bedtime. It's literally his bedtime.
Yo, man, I tell you, man, the two jobs, man, it kicks in, man. It really kicks in. Like the fact I got to wake up earlier before than I usual. The fact I had to wake up earlier, it sucks because I've been doing God, I can't speak right today. I've been doing the two jobs for a while now, but with this new job, waking up earlier, like waking up at 5:30 just to work out, I just be like, yo, my God, bro, I can't be doing this shit all the time. Like it's killing me, bro.
I
It
got a
really is.
solution for you, but we could do that outside of this podcast.
I hope it's
No, no,
legal.
no, no. I got a. We're not gonna talk about it right now, but I got a solution for you.
Oh, Lord
We
have
won't talk about
mercy.
it now because we're focusing on She-Hulk and
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
Marvel.
But no, I mean, I said we talked. Basically, we talked about the episode. We talked about our thoughts so far. Do you think the show can get better? Like, do you have hopes for it to be better?
This episode, I'm 1000%. I think I got a little bit more hope in it. I enjoyed this episode.
I think it's getting better as it goes.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. As they said, I'm hoping it can get better. I think it can be better. I just want to piss off people. Honestly, I just want to see the show do well. Like, I want the show to do well, just to piss off people, just to piss off the woke crew. Like I want Hallie's Little Mermaid to do, so I just to piss off even more people. I just love
Uh,
pissing people
don't get me
off.
started. Don't get me started.
I just love.
That the only thing about that movie is gonna be awkward in the parks afterward, though, because they don't in the parks they always promote like the original animated characters. They never really promote stuff that has or have merch with the like live action versions of the
Never.
movies. So like it's gonna be really awkward when like you have meet and greets of the original Ariel, but not the new Ariel, and then like little kids and parents are gonna be like, "Where's the other Ariel?" And they're gonna be like, "Well, we don't have her here." Like it's gonna be a weird time.
Oh, I
Hey,
hope
this is the animated version.
yeah, man. Yes. Anyway, that's funny. So yeah, man. Hopefully the show, like I said, hopefully the show gets better. How Daredevil kicks in. Like I said, I'm not expecting to see him in the next episode. I'm waiting for possibly 2 weeks. He might show up.
Last episode.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm thinking he's gonna be like the last bit of the show. You're gonna be like, oh my god, he's in the show, and then that's it.
And that's it.
Because I feel like they
You'll
don't. I
see
feel like
me. You'll see me in another couple years. You'll see me until my show.
I think that's how they're gonna try to get everybody enticed to get a season 2 of the show, or they're gonna make something else like Daredevil and She-Hulk or something.
I think they're just gonna keep having him pop into other shows until his show, because isn't he also supposed to like appear in Echo?
Yeah, he's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to. Echo is before his show, correct?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
The timeline's all combobulated.
Yeah, I'd take a look at that again. So yeah, we pretty much talked everything we had to talk about the show. I mean, like I said, short episode, but we had our con discussion, the show, and then other shit that we talk about during the show too. So it's like all that bitch into one right there. But yeah, I think that's about it. You guys have any like last words before we head up out of here?
Nah.
No, I hope it continues to get better. I think next episode is gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited to see her new like get ups.
And that'll be episode 6. Yeah, damn man. These
Mm-hmm.
shows go by pretty fast though, in my honest opinion. But let's see, so we got 6, then 7, then 8, 9. So 4 episodes left. So past the halfway mark. So let's see. And then after this is over, then we look forward to Black Panther.
Wait, now I'm thinking about it. Yo, do you think they really took the approach of like the Incredibles though? Yo, I'm like a little pissed. Wait, like because
Wait.
he is like that fashion designer in the
I mean, he
Incredibles.
is from the comics. Though. I think it's
Oh.
just coincidence that like he kind of has the same vibe as Endo Mode.
But you get what I'm saying though? Like the stretched outfit, like
Yeah.
when they had to do Elastigirl, and it's like so it fits like every form, and then he's like, we're gonna need more fabric. And he's got the glasses and all that.
Lots
Like,
of fabric.
I think I made the joke that like they should have made the joke reference of no capes.
yo, they should have no capes.
Okay. Damn. Good one. No capes. Oh, by the way, Rach, I know you know about this, but Anthony gave away his PS5.
Why?
Yeah, I had to. It's one of those things where like I'm kicking myself now because of like things like God of War coming out, Ragnarok, and I was just like, eh. But I don't know. I'm trying to focus on other things, and like it takes out time of a lot of my life, which is not a problem. It's not a problem, but at the same time, like I just had to make the leap.
I don't give a fuck.
Why you do that to me? Damn. Then why
Yeah,
you put me
I'm
on
excited for
blast
God
then?
of War though.
Why you put me on blast? Yeah, I gave up the PS.
You regret it now.
Yeah.
You be alright, nigga. You tough, right?
I will be. I really will be. I'm not crying about it. Trust me. Y'all enjoy that. Hey, it took you like 10,000 years to get one, bro. So
you know how hard it was to get one?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Don't talk to me.
You got it.
We ain't on the same level anymore. All the time you're making fun of me for not having it, I'm making fun of your ass for selling it. Stupid ass.
No, man. Hey, PS5 is not actually it's not really going to be a thing. I hope you know that.
Well, you're not going to be a thing.
Like it's not like the continuation or something. Like there's something going on with it where I don't think that PlayStation is going to continue that. I was looking up something that like the games and things of that nature, like it's just going to stop.
I think it's more the sense that with the technology that we're at, there's nowhere to really else to go up. I mean, most games now are so realistic. It's like, how much further can you go? You've already reached it. There's nothing else to do, like other than actually be just more creative.
VR.
your I hate VR.
Ooh,
But, like, no,
VR.
get more creative in this
Ooh.
original games, original storytelling, and not
Yeah.
just rely on, like, better graphics and gimmicks. It's like, no, you have to actually, like, try harder now to have good games.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
But I
like pushing that
mean,
limit is like, the games look beautiful now. You're just like from where we came from with like the old school Segas and PlayStation 1 to now, it's like, damn, who would have ever thought we would have been here? As far as
never.
like the
Yeah.
visuals on these games are like
But
ridiculous.
but
Where
the
you get
Thor,
lost in it. Oh,
but the Thor Ragnarok though.
it's so
you mean God of War.
Yeah, god damn. Yeah,
Hey, the
yeah.
boy sleepy. He's sleepy.
Uh,
Okay, we're wrapping this up. We gotta go to bed. Go. I'm done. Let's go.
God, don't rush me on my own show, damn it! You better watch it, man. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the host of this show. Fuck that shit. Okay, folks. She's not editing the show. I'm editing the show. Oh, she woke me up right now. She woke me up right now. I was gonna talk about God of War just now, but nah. She was like, "No, fuck that shit. That's why we gotta go to bed right now. Fuck
Yeah,
all y'all right now.
You
you
do.
do.
He's
Fuck,
up stretching. You
fuck
cut the
all
whole
you.
screen off.
Fuck all of y'all. Fuck yes. Am I tired? Yes. Okay. But I can't show it on camera, man. I can't show my eyes like, oh yeah, I'm falling asleep right now. I can't fall asleep on camera. I did it once recording. I did it once, but Rachel might be happy that I might fall asleep. I was playing The Last of Us 2 and I really fell asleep on my video.
He's gonna try to continue the podcast in the background on his bed, just like, I guess we're.
Oh my god.
What more do you want from me? Oh my.
That's savage.
Just leave me alone, okay? I just had long weeks, okay?
I know, so that's why you're tired.
Hey man, you gonna have to get out of that 2 job situation, and man, you
Yeah, I know.
you're
Like,
living like a person living in New York City right now.
no, man. When I leave the one job, man, that's when things will be coming together finally. That's
That's all right, man. You keep your hustle on.
yeah. At least I'm still grinding and posting videos every day. So the work I don't stop. I keep on going. I keep on going. All right. So y'all, I mean, because I love doing this shit. I love doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love doing this. I mean, we have Patterson. You just keep on going at it. But yes, I'm gonna get going right now. 'Cause I know y'all getting tired of hearing me. Right, my tired ass right now. I know Rachel. She going to bed. She's like, yo. She's like, this motherfucker better stop talking before I can go to bed
Yo,
right now. So
the lights been off over at Rachel's, bro.
don't just shut up. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in for joining our show right now. I appreciate the love and the feedback y'all give me. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, so I get going and actually, I think tomorrow night I might actually be talking about the all the stuff that's been going on this year in video game wise. So y'all are free tomorrow night. Just let me know. I mean, I know it's the last minute, but like, I think it's gonna be me, Eric, and Reese talk about it. So if y'all aren't doing anything, just let me know. And by the way, Anthony, before we get out of here, I'm sorry to hear about Dag. I'm sorry that your season is over right now. So just saying.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Because it's my show. Yeah.
Turn it
Because
off.
it's my show. I can say what the fuck I can do jazz anytime I want. So yeah, he's
Turn it off.
okay. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys in the next show. Y'all be safe. Be sure to follow our social media accounts. Be sure to subscribe to to my channel on YouTube. Be sure to share the video, comment the video, do any of that stuff. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. As J. Cole said, there is no such thing as a life better than yours. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.